Hi everyone, welcome to the Late Show. Now tonight we're going to start the show slightly different because there is huge news breaking in rugby league that, well, I tell you what, there'll be felt right across the league, the effects of it. Now the story is about to break on the Daily Telegraph website, and thank you to Phil Rothfield for the exclusive. I'm joined by Paul Kent. Kenty, what is going on?
Well, mate, we've been waiting for some time now for the dominoes to fall with the players. We know there's a lot of players on the market. A lot of players are wondering where they're going. It's going to be revealed in the paper tomorrow that James Tedesco, Aaron Woods have already committed themselves. We know now Ivan Cleary has given the players a deadline. It's irrelevant because James Tedesco is going to the Roosters.
Right.
Aaron Woods is off to the Bulldogs.
Yep.
And then the other big news for the Bulldogs is Kieran Foran's signing is imminent.
For the Bulldogs?
For the Bulldogs. So
right.
They have really turned it around, the Bulldogs. This is going to cause repercussions right across the game now because the whole landscape changes. It's been a bit of a movable feast at the moment as far as players are trying to position, clubs are trying to position themselves, get into a place to sign these players. Now that the market has suddenly got smaller, there's still money out there.
I believe it's quite interesting, the Tedesco situation. Tedesco basically agreed, we hear, to the Bulldogs, but then backflipped to go to the Roosters.
Yeah, that's an interesting one because technically you can only backflip to go to remain at the club you're at, which is the West Tigers. But he had a deal there with the Canterbury. Both players, Woods and Tedesco, asked for extended periods to cooling off periods.
Yeah.
And in that period, the Roosters got wind of Tedesco. They've come in hard. He's since spoken to the Dogs. They've let him out of his contract.
Yep.
He's off to the Roosters.
OK, now, the Dogs, they've landed Foran and Woods. There's talk they're going to have to offload about $2.5 million worth of talent.
Yeah.
Who goes? Who leaves the Dogs?
Well, we don't know at the moment. That's a discussion the Dogs are going to have, and it's all about what they can come up with, the players. But James Graham is the player that has been mentioned. That's been on everybody's lips for a month now.
He's on close to $1 million, isn't he, next year?
Close to $1 million, but my understanding is that Aaron Woods specifically asked that he stay there.
Right.
So he's not one of the players, I believe, that's in the frame at the moment. They're looking more along the lines of Greg Eastwood, Cassiano.
Yep.
And Moses Mbai is a name that's getting tossed up as well.
Well, that's about $1.3 million, you estimate.
Well, we've got Hopewadi off contract.
Right.
There's Adam Elliott's off contract. There's a few other players.
Yeah.
Lisha's off contract. So
it's going to be a tight squeeze for the Dogs.
It's going to be a tight squeeze, but the Dogs have they've done what they always do, mate. They turn it around very quickly, don't they?
The big winners today, of course, the Bulldogs, and the big losers of the Tigers. Any other winners and losers you see?
Well, it depends which way you look at it. Look, the Knights can be a winner and loser because the Knights, they're obviously after a couple of players they wanted for and they've missed him now. But what's happened is the market has got smaller now, which is going to send the players' price tags up. But the good news for the Knights is they've got plenty of cash, so they can get into competition now with other rivals and outbid them. We also look at the Roosters. They've got to have to offload a little bit of talent too. There's talk about Sean Kenny-Dowell, Blake Ferguson being moved on, so we'll have to wait and see what goes on there. Obviously, the big loser is the Tigers. They gambled. They had these 4 players come off contract, and they've signed one of them.
Wow. OK. And Dugan, Widdop and Cronk, as you said before, there's a lot of clubs out there now with a lot of money that need a key player. Their value, Kenty, goes up.
All their value goes up,
Wow. Now, this story is live on the Daily Telegraph website now. Thank you to Phil Rothfield for that. Seems like all the player movement's been dramatic today, but it's just the beginning, Kenty. Now, we're going to talk about this more and show some backbone, but let's get on with the show.